Welcome to the latest edition of Brownie Bites here on YouTube. I'm Daryl Ryder coming to you from Cross Country Mortgage Campus in Berea, Ohio, recapping day 6 of Browns training camp, which unfortunately was overshadowed by what appears to be a pretty severe injury suffered by cornerback Martin Emerson Jr. The team says it is an Achilles injury and he will undergo an MRI to confirm that initial diagnosis. Some very tough news there. It was a tough scene out on the practice field as a hush fell over the session, a 7-on-7 period in which he suffered a non-contact injury. It did not sound good. It did not look good. It was obviously a very tough scene to watch. So thoughts and prayers with Martin as he now will begin what appears to be potentially a post-surgery recovery. Highlights, though, from the practice field centered around game situations, most notably the 2-minute, last-minute variety, the Mayday drill as well. Joe Flacco and Dillon Gabriel both were able to lead the offense during the 11-on-11 session into field goal range. They simulated the Mayday drill. They didn't actually kick the field goals, but they certainly simulated getting out there lined up in time to be able to do so. Another 11-on-11 note, Dillon Gabriel got intercepted by Cameron Mitchell inside the 10-yard line, ending his series. Shedeur Sanders' series ended with a coverage sack. Now, before practice, we got to visit with Browns ownership, Jimmy and Dee Haslam, the managing and principal partners of the Haslams Sports Group, where a lot of things were discussed, both on and off the football field. And let's start on the football field. And patience appears to be the word of the day, not just for today, but this upcoming football season. Here's the Haslams.
We realized that when we went 3-14, there was great uncertainty at quarterback. You probably weren't going to go 14-3, so let's try to build a team the right way. And I'm repeating myself, and it's premature, but I like the guys we picked, okay? And time will tell how good they are, but Mason, Carson, Fannin, Shedeur, Dillon, et cetera, look like Dylan Sampson, look like not only really good players, but really good people. And I'll say this for the two quarterbacks coming in, and I know everybody has a vision of Shedeur, but he's come in the building and worked hard, kept his head down, and done what he's supposed to do, as has Dillon, which is no surprise for either of them. I say it's hard, and you make mistakes, and the business world we come in, you can hire anytime you want to, okay? There's no seasonal, there's no draft, and so you can build a team over a period of time, almost at free. There's no draft, there's no free agency, there are no controls, so it's obviously not easy. We made the decision last year to take a step back after last year's disaster and looking at our roster and knowing that we needed a quarterback to do this over a 2 or 3 year period. It's too early to say, but we like our rookie group. We'll know a lot more, after we play 2 or 3 exhibition games. The young guys get to play a lot, but we like the group, and particularly if Q can come back, we like it a lot. Really think we're going to answer that? Listen, we got to do better than 3, okay? To put a number on it, I don't think we will ever do that. Everybody, coaches, players, personnel, ownership, all knows that 3-14 won't cut it. We've got to do better. I think we'll know what better looks like. We talk about Oakland. Now, could we take a big jump in 1 year? Yes, but we talk about we're not going to panic. We're going to draft good players. We're going to build through the draft. And next year we have 9 picks, including 2 ones. So that should help us. I think you have to realize that we went 3 years with no ones, and I think at least one of those years we didn't have a 2, and maybe 2 of those years. And that hurts you roster-wise. It just does. And the players that are available in the first round, the chances of them being successful are way better than second, and second's better than third, et cetera. So we're going to continue to stockpile those draft picks.
Jimmy Haslam was also asked about the selection of Shedeur Sanders in round 5 of the NFL draft. Of course, the narrative that is out there nationally is that it was Jimmy Haslam who pressed Andrew Berry to make that selection.
We have good process, okay? And if you'd have told me, let's see, we picked him on Saturday, right? Friday night driving home, y'all are going to pick Shedeur, I would say that's not happening. But we had a conversation early that morning, and then we had a conversation later that day. I think we had the right people involved in the conversation. At the end of the day, that's Andrew Berry's call. Andrew made the call to pick Shedeur, just like who's going to start or what play we're going to call is Kevin's call, but that's Andrew's call. He made the call.
The Haslams have also expressed their frustrations at the arrest of Quinshawn Junkins, the rookie running back, second-round pick, who is in some legal trouble as well as under league investigation following accusations of a domestic incident. This is the third one that the Browns have had in the last year, and the Haslams addressed what has become a very unfortunate trend for the franchise and a select few of their players.
Let me say it's extremely frustrating, okay? Obviously, we're not communicating as well as we should, and we take responsibility for that. We have internal resources, we have external resources, we talk about it continually, and it's something that we need to do a better job on, but it is frustrating. That's a question I ask, okay? Let's go back and let's look at Quinshawn, let's look at Devin, let's look at Michael Hall, and there was, the best of my knowledge, and we talked about this yesterday with Andrew, there was nothing in any of their backgrounds that showed anything like this. I think whenever you're not successful, you got to take a step back and say, what can we do better? Okay, if you'd asked me a month ago, I would say, no, we're all over it. We talk about it continually. We've got outside speakers, inside speakers. We talk about it a lot, but clearly we need to look to see what else we can do. It's not acceptable.
The other main topic that the Haslams addressed was Brook Park, the new enclosed stadium and development project, which will see them invest nearly $2.5 billion towards the construction of. It appears, according to them, this project, after getting $600 million in state support, is absolutely a full go.
Like 99.9.
No, we're very confident and very excited about it.
I mean, we can't be more confident. And let me say, these projects are really hard, okay? And the state's a hurdle. You know, there's other hurdles. You got to work with DOT and rapid transit. You got to get your financing. You got to control costs. These are big, complicated projects. This is either the second or largest project in the state of Ohio history. So this is a complicated project. There's stuff going on. It's 3.5 years till the stadium opens, and we will have to work hard every day to get everything to come together. We're going to have the groundbreaking regardless, okay? Let me say this, and I try to be very respectful of everybody. What we said is we can do the project without the county, okay? I think it's best if the county and HSG work together, okay? And I won't say anything more than that. I just think it's helpful in this community to work with the city, to work with the county, and to work with the other sports teams.
The Haslams also expressed their support to reimagine downtown Cleveland's lakefront once they do depart it after the 2028 season.
We started with the vision of the lakefront a long time ago, and we believe strongly that the lakefront needs to be developed. I feel like we have put a lot of input and energy into what that vision could be. So we have not had further conversations recently, but you know, we care about this community so deeply, and I think the lakefront is a really important part of that.
I asked the Haslams about the chief criticism surrounding the Brook Park project, and that is the negative impact that many political leaders say it will have on downtown Cleveland, and also ongoing projects. Of course, you have Bedrock's multi-billion-dollar tax increment financing plan for the riverfront. Construction is already underway on the Cavaliers' brand new practice facility and a new Cleveland Clinic Sports Medicine Center. And then there is, of course, should the Browns leave the lakefront, which they plan to do in 2029, reimagining that lakefront. So can all three projects not only succeed, but coexist? That was the question I posed during their media availability on Tuesday.
They're all three very different. And we believe in Cleveland, we believe in a growth mindset, we believe in economic development, and we believe that this could be one of the greatest communities out there. But you have to have that vision, and you have to have that growth mindset. And we believe that we can take care of our fans and provide economic development by doing the Brook Park project.
You're talking about...
Let me just say one more thing, excuse me. I think of them as 4 different projects, okay? The riverfront project that Bedrock's doing is already underway, right? We got a good start with their practice facility and the clinic facility, okay? That's probably a 15, 20-year project, okay? The lakefront, due to the fact that we're going to be playing there through 28, probably, and you have to get the infrastructure in place, doesn't start until 29 or 30, which is, basically 5 years from now, okay? Our project will start late this fall, early next year, okay? And the airport will start about that same time too. So you'll have going on in Brook Park and the airport, that'll happen simultaneously. We're open in 29, they're supposed to be open in 31, okay? Bedrock is, I don't want to say think of it as running a marathon, will be ongoing for the next 15 years. The lakefront will start in 5 years. So it's not like all four of them are starting at the same time. Now here again, those are complicated, not easy projects.
How much of
I
that
would say
concern-
one of the things is, think about being additive. Like, let's try to add to the pie. That's what growing successful communities do. Let's try to add to the pie. And that's what I think we're all trying to do. And hopefully that'll happen if we will work together.
Yeah, we can write a great story for Cleveland that people from everywhere will look to what Cleveland's doing and how exciting it is with all these projects. So that's the story that really needs to come out.
The Browns will be back on the practice field Wednesday morning, bright and early. It is a 9:30 a.m. practice. We'll have full coverage for you there. I want to thank you for watching and subscribing. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button on the 92.3 The Fan YouTube channel. With the Browns in Berea at training camp, I'm Darrell Ryder for Cleveland Sports Radio, 92.3 The Fan.